And who were your mentors that edged you on and encouraged you and, you know, uh, made sure that you stay on track? Were there any specific ones that you want to honor?
Not really, because I do live a life where I look at things and I work things out by myself. It's also something that I've done since I'm a little girl, simply because I did grow up by myself. I was an only child. I grew up on a farm where there was nothing. So I basically am used to the exploration and just discovering. I have many mentors in the forms of books that I read, always exploring new training, because I do keep on and explore different people's work. So I never ever stop looking at what is done and what is done that I can take on as, yes, I like this, or I can say this is not quite where I want to go. So I think I haven't had a particular mentor. And I think it's because I'm not used to a mentor. I mean, my father wasn't present. My mother then went her own way. She couldn't give me up for adoption because the people that had decided to adopt me then adopted another little girl, which was very difficult for my mother to have that decision. And she said to me, it's because I was too ugly and the other girl was pretty. So early on in life, I learned nobody wanted me. Not even the adopted parents wanted me. So this poor woman got stuck with a screaming brat that nobody wanted. I feel so sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, so I think I learned to be very independent very early on. And I think we can explore next time we meet as to what happened to this little girl growing up.
Yes. Because so definitely that's a next chapter.
Yes.
But just a curious question before we go to the next chapter. Do you think that the question of having a mentor or not having a mentor also depends on personality types of introverts and extroverts? Do you think there's a correlation there in your experience?
So looking at it through the trauma lens, when I have a very well established, I have parents that want me, I'm loved, I have a lot of attention, that becomes my norm. And if I am then grown in that attention to be confident and, you know, with people and so on, then that is my norm. So although we all have trauma in our life somewhere along the life, it depends on those very first stepping stones, how well they are laid down in life. What we see with children that have a lot of trauma early on in life is that there's a lack of trust to others, and there's often even a dissociation from life. With other words, the trauma is so big that I don't actually want to be part of this life. So then you go and find a different reality for yourself. Yes. So I think when we look at personalities, I would not look at personalities without looking at the childhood beginnings and the childhood belief systems from early childhood.
I love that approach. I think that's very wise.